Welcome and thank you for spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready for the special NBA presentation. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Smilagic. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Thompson, and the layup is good.
Hey, take it right to the defense. Not a bad way to start this game.
Defended by Thompson, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Nora pass to Thompson. Off with the layup. Pass to Smilagic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Smilagic's got his second bucket on the night.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Launches a three. Smilagic, no good. Here's Smits. Larkin. And the shot goes in.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Takes the three. And it's Smits with a rebound. Here's Thompson. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Only one miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly feeling.
Here's Brazdeikis. To the inside. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Thompson. Out to the right wing. Pass to Poirier. 6 to shoot. Here's Nora. There's the triple. That shot off. To the paint. A shot to stop the run. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he?
The refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climbing.
That evens the score.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Now here's Thompson. Kept alive. Smits passes to Poirier. Out left to the wing. Second shot opportunity. Smits, good.
He does not lack for confidence. And he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Poirier with the rebound.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
To the wing, right side. Pass to Brazdeikis. It's deflected. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Thompson.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and they'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. Both free throws good from Thompson.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Defended by Thompson. This one for three. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. They lead by... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
So it's the home team now. 6-point game. The three is up. Wallace misses.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Down low. Pass to Smits. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's Wallace. All alone. And he hits the jumper. Wallace has got his first basket. The visitors with the ball. 6-point lead. Bryant outside. Hey, puts up a three. Unable to get that one. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Pass to Servetus. And here's Wallace. From the line, shot clock at 6. Poirier with the rebound.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Here's Smits. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. These are his first free throws of the game. The first free throw is good.
The away team, Smits, taking 2 shots.
And he makes both free throws.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock him down from the line.
Into the lane. And that one's good. Servetus.
Identifying the weakness in the defense and exploiting it.
Servetus with a rebound.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Here's Wallace. No good with the triple.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Here's Bryant. And he banks in the layup.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
There's a screen to the middle. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. On Saturday, then on Sunday. Now Wallace. It home with one hand.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
They get the rebound. Poirier. And he makes it on the layup.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Wallace misses. Wallace has gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. From outside, off the mark. Smith has gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Pass to Wallace. Clock at 6. Takes a 3. And Bryant pulls it down. Over to the wing. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Wallace outside. Launches it. Poirier with the rebound. Poirier's got his 6th rebound on the night. There's 38 seconds left to play in the second quarter. It's good.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's Wallace. To the right side. Sinks it from distance.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Nice sequence off the inbound. Ball movement and player movement creating the good look.
Here's Servetus, covered by Bryant. Pass to Wallace. Here's Servetus. He gets it up. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Up by 8. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
When I was playing, I loved the long homestand. You get to sleep in your own bed, eat at your favorite places, play with your kids. You don't have to worry about...
And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the visiting team.
They're efficient.
Glad you could join us.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Thompson outside. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Right wing. Puts up a 3. And it's Smits with a rebound. Smits has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Larkin. Fires in the triple. Larkin's got 7.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Out to the right wing. Here's Brazdakis. Defended by Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. And the three-pointer goes. Smailagic got his 3rd bucket of the night.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Smits. Back to Thompson. Pass to Smits. Here's Nora. 5 points in the game. And it's off from 3-point range. Here's Brazdakis. They get it back. Defended by Thompson. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Smits with a rebound.
Just 1 for 4 from the field. Not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Count it. Give him 8 points now.
Great teamwork on that drive. punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Brazdakis. Defended by Thompson. Shoots from the elbow. And it's Smits with a rebound.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play. And they stop the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
At the line for the away team, Larkin. 1 shot. The play is under video review under NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And there's the screen. Defended by Thompson. Pass to Smilagic. Knocks it down from distance. Smilagic got 10.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Here's Smits. Here's Nora. He's got 5. Tries again. Puts the move on. Smits, good. Give him 8.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And the basket by Smilagic.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
1:52 left in the third quarter. And here's Thompson for 3. The shot misses.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Inside, and he jams it home with authority.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Nails it from 3.
Where was the perimeter D on that one? You have to guard against all possibilities.
Here's Brazdakis. Pass to Smilagic. 1:02 left in the third. Brazdakis, good.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot. No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. And it's rejected. Now here's Thompson. He's closely guarded. Here's Poirier. Misses in close. 19 seconds left to play in the third quarter here.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
Here's the teardrop. Another shot. And the layup is up and in. Poirier's got 6 points.
And there he is. I mean, attacking the boards, converting off the misses. I mean, trying to do everything he can to secure this W.
Well, he enjoys deflating the opposition with those extra possessions.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. And now we have have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. 5 on the clock. And it's Smits with a rebound. Smits has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Thompson passes to Larkin. Can't cash it in from close range. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Pass to Smailagic. They set the pick. He's feeling it. Second chance effort. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
Well, you can't give him any room to maneuver on the board because once he does, he's going to make you pay.
To the inside. Here's Poirier. Here's Larkin. Off target with the 3. Deflects the pass. Dives for it. Nora, the pass to Thompson. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
The home team calls timeout. So both teams changing it up here. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He wants them to show more heart, saying, quote, "They are outworking us, you guys. At some point, you've got to decide you want to box out and that you want to protect the ball." He does not sound too pleased with the performance. Back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Got it. Good job in the low post. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Here's Wallace. He buries it from 3.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Pass to Bryant. Hey, expanding his range. That one doesn't drop.
Big rebound on a night where they haven't exactly controlled the glass.
But they're still in this one, fellas. Can they pump it up a notch here in the clutch?
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Off the mark, and a bad shot there. Pass to Servetus. From deep. A shot that time, not on target.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Johnson for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Whoa, that man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
And both free throws good for Bryant. And the NBA has made a significant investment in the G League over the years. Grant, you can really see the impact it's had.
Yeah, BA, and it's grown into a real minor league for the NBA. The NBA needed something like that for a long time, and it's helped the product.
They set the pick. 4-3. Rebounded by Johnson. No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
as his fourth.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Wallace. And again, unable to change momentum here. Wallace has gone 3 of 10 shooting, so only 30%. They get it again. Here's Oturu. And the layup falls.
Should just about do it. Big time shot in the final stretches here.
And they deserve it. They deserve to celebrate a dominant performance in what's going to be a blowout win.
This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Wallace. And the 3 off target. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Servetus with a rebound. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Can't get it to fall. They've been in a great rhythm as of late.
And they really want to continue this run as long as they can.
And they recover it. Fires the 3. No luck on that one. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter, David Aldridge, on the sidelines. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got James. Korkmaz is out there with Brown. And it's Papagiannis in at the 5 spot. Here's Papagiannis. On the wing, Brown. Lets it go from deep. A shot missing. Here's Smilagic. For 3. It's hauled in by Brown. Here's Korkmaz. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple. We're
about 1 minute into the first. And right Right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first. Well, this isn't the start they wanted. Need to just settle down and move the ball for better shots.
Misses from close range. Over to the left wing. Here's Papagiannis. Makes it off the glass.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Here's Smilagic. He's covered by Brown. Knocked away. 5 to shoot. Pass to Smilagic.
And before he had time to bring the ball back in off the pump fake, out, and they're off.
Sinks the triple.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Out to the wing from outside the arc. The rebound by James. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Brown, no good.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Inside. Banked in off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Calathes gets the bucket.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
There's the triple. No good there.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
1:52 left to play in the first quarter. Papagiannis can't hit. To the paint. Here's Smilagic. James defending. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. Goes up with it again. And another shot. Chalk up 2 there. 5 points in the game. 1:19 left in the first quarter. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
52 seconds left to play in the first. It's deflected. Into the lane. And the dunk by James.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
They play the clock right. They can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Nice move. It's deflected, and the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. James covering. To the inside. 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Brown. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clearly a foul.
First trip to the line for him here. No good on that. Good on the second free throw. James defending. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Knocked loose. From the arc. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Up by 7. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
They've got Corniche and it's Diallo in at the shooting guard position. The 3. Here's Yunus. Off with the layup.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Out to the right wing. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's a Kobo. Wallace covering. Launches it. Here's Corniche. Can't connect from short range.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
And a dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Right wing. Here's a Kobo. No good on the 3. To Servetus. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul, first team
on
foul.
Thursday and then on Tuesday. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first free throw is good. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Wallace covering. Pass to Corniche. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This is his first chance at the line tonight. That one is off.
2 shots.
And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. For the 3. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Here's a Kobo. And it's good off the back rim and in. Kobo's got his first basket of the night.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Here's Dunston. Nothing on the board. Knocks it loose. Yunus with the steal. Here's a Kobo. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Servetus. He's guarded by Diallo. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Here's a Kobo. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Wallace inside. Pass to Servetus. There's the screen. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
So it's the visitors now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's a Kobo. Wallace covering. Down low. Here's Corniche. 1:46 left in the second quarter. And here is Wallace. Launches from deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in that first quarter. Didn't shoot it well, but didn't let that discourage them. And now they're showing what they can do offensively. And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. Wallace has gone 2 of 3 from the floor. That's to Diallo. Lets it go from the wing. Here's the break. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they really started to get it closer to the basket.
Here's a Kobo. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
On the Unis, no luck. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Pass to Wallace. From deep three-point land. Corniche with the rebound. Corniche has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's a Kobo. Fires the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Kobo's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Servetus. To the middle. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Leading by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. James defending. There's the pick. To the paint. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Korkmaz is out there with Brown. Then it's James. And it's Calathis in at the 2. With some arc. Bucket is good.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by Smilagic. Calathis has gone 1 of 3 on the night. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. To the inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. 6 points for him.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And here they come. And the layup is good.
Well, they came out of the locker room with a purpose. 4 for 4 already in the half.
To halt the run. Rebounded by Smilagic. Smilagic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
Taking 2 shots. The play will be reviewed. 2 minutes allowed to review the play.
tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
5 on the clock. Yoru. James defending. Off target from outside.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
And that one's good. Korkmaz.
Yeah, and they're able to get their first bucket of the second half after 4 straight misses.
It's good.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Papagiannis. They get it again. That's tipped. Round kicks to Kaunas. This one for 3, and that one's good. Korkmaz. Korkmaz has got 6 in the quarter.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
A floater. He gets that one.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. The NBA's 65 games requirement for postseason awards has drawn some criticism. But Adam Silver says, ultimately, this is about the fans and putting the best product forward. Load management was not working for us. This is having the desired effect, that guys are out on the floor. Kevin?
Yeah, they want to be on the floor, right? Keep them tuning in. Good stuff, D.A. Thank you. Papagiannis has gone 1 of 4 so far. Inside. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Pass to Smailagic. Yoru. Lock at 6. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Korkmaz. Here's Papagiannis. Another shot. And that one's good. Korkmaz. Korkmaz has got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
James covering. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Up by 8. And we're coming right back after this break to get the... And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Here's Cornish. That's to Okobo. To the wing on the left. Here's Diallo. Off target from 3-point range. We got Diallo. And it's Okobo in at the 1 spot. And they pick up 2.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Now here's Diallo. He's tightly guarded. It's good from long range.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Wallace looking for an opening. And there's the drive. Yes, that goes in. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. There's the three. There's no luck. Pass to Wallace. Here's Servetus. Just 5 to shoot. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Stolen. And they're on the break. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for 2.
So he gets them both. Guys, if they're going to make a run, no time like the present.
Yeah, and it's certainly, we had to expect a better game than this. Been very ugly thus far.
Wallace outside. Here's Dunston. Wallace outside. They set the pick. Down low. Here's Diallo. Corniche. Here's Moniunas. And just miss after miss right now. Here's Servetus. He's guarded by Diallo. Takes a three. Servetus, no good. Servetus has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Shot on the wing. Shot good by Diallo. Diallo's got his first bucket in this one. Here's Servetus. He's guarded by Diallo.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Okobo looking over the floor. 1:56 left to play here in the fourth.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Second team foul.
And there's a minute 45 left here in the fourth quarter. To the paint, Vukevicius. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Great find, leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Pass to Corniche. A 3-ball. Unable to get that one. So Stan, I've been wondering about these different approaches. The development system for youth basketball is vastly different in the U.S. than in Europe. Which do you think is best?
Well, I think in terms of developing skills, Kevin, we've seen it. The European players of all sizes have very well-rounded games skill-wise. They do a lot of work on a daily basis developing those skills, whereas in the U.S., our young guys play a lot of games in the AAU system. Skill development not as strong, but they do learn to compete on an everyday basis.
And the second free throw, good. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Okobo to end the run. That one's not going to go.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Here's Corniche. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Moniunas. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Assisted, Corniche.
Wallace outside. From deep. Corniche with the rebound. so the home crowd treated to a win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of the crowd.
tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation with two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Six to shoot. Here's Kalathis. Three-pointer. Korkmaz, no good. Here's Nora. Here's Larkin. Uses the glass on the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Smits. Tries again. And rejected. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. Here's Larkin. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him.
Larkin taking 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Pass to Korkmaz. There's the three. And it's Smits with a rebound.
Well, conversions have been a problem. 0 for 4.
Down low. Thompson. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Here's Korkmaz. Here's Kalathis. Off target from three-point range.
I mean, just a tough start. Missing their first 5 shots.
Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. James passes to Korkmaz. Sends it home from three-point land.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
That one's good for 2.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Brown. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
You simply must put a body on this guy. You know he's going to try to get to that glass.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work. I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. From behind the arc. Misses another. Just 1 of 4 from the floor. Korkmaz is gone. Just 1 for 4 so far. Here's Thompson. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Korkmaz on the wing. The 3-ball. Nora grabs the board.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Baseline try. As we look towards the end of March, these power rankings are getting closer to their final shape. You take a look at the home team. They're making moves up the standings, claiming that 4th spot.
You know, right now for the visiting team, they've been a big-time surprise. Late into the season, still strong, showing the doubters they are for real.
Here's Korkmaz. Goes back up, and he takes it up and lays it in.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
And it's in there. Thompson's got 6.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
1:21 left to play in the first quarter. It's stolen away. Pass to Smits. Back to Thompson. Here's Smits. It's Thompson, high post. Some solid defense from James. Here's Korkmaz. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Korkmaz has got his 2nd basket of the game.
That's his 2nd make in 7 attempts. Not a pretty start.
Korkmaz on the wing. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved. I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Beyond the arc. And it's Larkin with a rebound.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Smits has gone 2 for 3 from the field. Here's Brown, and the jam by Brown.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Here's Nora. Gets it off. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, they clearly came into this game focused on sharing the ball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
Pass to Smits. Fires for 3. The rebound by Corneli.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
For 3, Diallo. And it's Smits with a rebound. Smits has got 4 rebounds now. And that one's good. Bryant.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Here he goes. Okobo gets the bucket. Covered by Diallo. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. On Tuesday and then on Sunday.
At the line for 2, number 33.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he hits both. Here's Okobo. Diallo outside. Fires the 3. And it's Smits with a rebound. Smits has got 5 rebounds in the game. And Bryant gets it to go.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Here's Okobo. And the layup is good off the glass.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Smits passes to Poirier. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think obviously we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Diallo gets the bucket.
Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
Diallo against Bryant. Right wing. Clock at 6. Pass to Smits. Oh, from deep. Buries it from 3. He's got 5. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Diallo against Bryant. Poirier with the rebound.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Bryant, no good. Here's Okobo. 3-pointer off the mark. Here's Bryant inside. Got it. Bryant's got 6 points.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Okobo gets the bucket.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
And he buries his first look.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
To the paint. Missed inside. to the middle. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. That three's off the mark. Bryant outside. The 17-footer, and he gets it to go.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Out to the right wing.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2,000.
And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to...
The play is under video review under NBA rules. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the
challenge in place. We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Deflected. Here's Akobo. He's got 7. That one goes in. 9 points in the game.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Bryant outside. "19 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And a missed layup. Diallo outside. Shoots over Bryant. Corneli. Poirier with the rebound. Lays it up and banks it in.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. Up by 12. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
These guys have made a great case all season long, Shaq, and now they're processing things even faster.
And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the home team.
The offense is clicking right now.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Here's Nora. Here's Larkin. The three is up. Counted from distance. Larkin's got 7 points.
He took what the defense was giving him that time. There was nobody on him on the three-point shot. Boy, don't give him the lights out.
The three, James, hits the trifecta.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Count it, good.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Nora's gone 3 of 4 here from the field. From outside the arc. That shot missing. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort. They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
James, outside. Off the mark there with a 3.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Thompson banked it in off the glass. Give him 8 points now.
And they're rolling. 4 straight makes to start the second half.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Kalathis, and it's blocked. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. The visitors with the ball. It's an 18-point game. James outside. Down low. Here's Poirier. Over to the left wing. And there's a 3-second violation.
3 seconds. Away team ball.
And there's James from the arc. Thompson with some nice D.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of the shooter. It's so important.
Shot's good by James. James has got 5.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And down it goes. 2 points.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Fires from deep. James can't get that one to fall.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Nora, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Korkmaz. Lets the 3 fly. Poirier with the rebound. Poirier's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Thompson. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Larkin passes to Thompson. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
I just love the ball movement. And just wasn't able to set up in time.
First personal foul. First team foul.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
For 3, James. Poirier with the rebound. Poirier's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Larkin. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Larkin's got 5 points now this quarter.
They're really working the paint now.
Drills it from deep.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Thompson passes to Poirier. Fires high post. Nora, no good. And they're on the break. Brown, that's good.
Well, when you're in transition, the pass should lead the break, and that's exactly what was done in easy 2.
Here's Thompson. They get it back. Great positioning on the putback.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Smith has gone 4 for 6 from the field. Outside, Brown. Misses the 3. Larkin passes to Smith. And here's Thompson for 3. The second effort. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in. Smith has got 10.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
James passes to Korkmaz. The 3-pointer off the mark. Thompson fires from way outside. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
Nice job to recognize the lack of D in that medium range area.
And here's Brown for 3. And it's Larkin with a rebound. Larkin's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Fires from the wing. And no good, trying to use the glass. Here's Calathes, defended by Thompson. The quick look, no good that time.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
For three, James. Up again. It's good on the putback. Calathes has gotten his first points in this one.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the block out, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
And the league has made it clear, Graham, it sees streaming at the forefront of basketball viewing going forward.
Well, B.A., it's a no-brainer. The internet is the future, after all, and streaming opens a lot more options for engaging with fans while they watch.
Bryant, no good.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Calathes. James, outside.
Wow. Since the break, he has struggled to get going.
No good on the three. Lets it fly. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
He tries for three. Hits the three-pointer.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Korkmaz. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since. Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
For three. The offensive rebound. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bryant.
Away team's ball.
James deciding where to go with it. Ooh, tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Hauled in by Brown.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Here's Korkmaz. Looking to get it going. He got a piece of it. They retain possession. 5 to shoot. For three, James drops in the three.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Puts it up from the high post.
2 minutes.
Bounces high off the rim and drops. The visitors with the ball. Here's Calathes. Another shot. Kick out to Brown. Picked it. Pass to Bryant. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Making the most of the second chance opportunity.
Hey, the hustle is real, and the hustle is rewarded. Here's Poirier. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Smits can't get it to go.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
James outside. Pass to Brown. Doris, with the latest collective bargaining agreement, teams have to be more strategic with their spending.
They do, Brian, and I think this speaks to the league's desire to make sure there's competitiveness across all of the teams in the league. There are now harsh penalties in place for teams that go over the luxury tax. So star players in their 30s or players with injury concerns aren't necessarily guaranteed max contracts in the future. You're going to see a lot more negotiations and smart decision making.
Here's Bryant. James with the rebound. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. From deep. And it's Smits with a rebound.
When you're not in rhythm with the three ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Plenty of space. No good, off the front rim.
A wasted trip down the floor. That's not a good shot at all.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sideline. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. To the inside. Pass to Smits. Over to the wing. Here's Nora. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He will gladly take those.
Here's Smilagic. It's tipped. Here's Larkin. No good with the layup. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Pass to Smilagic. Here he goes. And the layup's good off the glass.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Here's Larkin. Rebounded by Smilagic.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Three-pointer. Sinks the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Larkin. Beyond the arc. That one misses. 3 shots all come up empty. Here's Brosdakis. And it's off from three-point range. To the middle. Pass to Poirier. Puts up a 3. Fast break. Here we go. Ulanovas. Finished off the break.
Rate of baskets assisted. It's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Here's Smits. Drills it from outside.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Inside, Ulanovas. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And they're running. Here's Brosdakis. Offline with his 3. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Smits. The rebound by Brosdakis. He's covered by Thompson. Pass to Smilagic. Here's Smits. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up. And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
One shot. The play will be reviewed. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get it back out to the right wing. A three-pointer is right on target. 7 points in the game.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
Larkin can't get it to go.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
To the right side. It's another look. Offensive rebound. They shoot again. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Thompson right side. And he starts out with the miss in this one. 23 seconds left in the first quarter.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line.
And he makes the first.
Number 9, taking 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Here's Larkin. No good, unable to end this run. Stolen by Thompson. And that does it for the first quarter. Leading by 9. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Wallace covering. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Dunston. Pass to Wallace. To the wing right side. Servitas. Good on the triple. Servitas has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Here's Bryant. Can't hit from in close. Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And doesn't show any sign of slowing down.
Going inside.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And he makes good on the layup.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Pass to Wallace. With the drive. Off target at the rim. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions Right now, they need a basket.
Smits. And a missed layup. Wallace outside. Lays it up and banks it in. Wallace has got his first bucket of the night.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Pass to Bryant. Launches a three. They get the rebound. Here's Poirier. Intercepted. Now Bryant. Still yet to score. Second chance shot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul, first team foul.
On Tuesday, and then on Wednesday.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Wallace looking for an opening. And the shot is good.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
2 minutes.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
From deep, Bryant. Rebound by Wallace.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
The 3 from Bryant. Here's Poirier. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul, second team foul.
The first one falls.
At the line for your home team, Smith.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Butkevicius misses the 3. Bryant looking over the floor. Second chance effort. He lays it in.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
52 seconds left to play in the first half. Basket counts.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Wallace with the ball. Driving inside. Here's the 3. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Pass to Smits. Top of the key, Bryant. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Servetus, defended by Bryant. Here's Servetus. Here's Dunston.
Substitution on the court.
Got it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that does it for the first half of play. Up 9. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Man, we've talked about it so much. Hard to believe we're almost an all-star weekend.
I'm interested to see which new face. And so thinking about the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the home team. And that about wraps it.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. We've got Larkin. He's out there with Thompson. And it's Smits in at the 4. Here's Nora to the middle. Here's Poirier. The layup off target. Here's Smilagic. He's covered by Thompson.
Smith. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Brazdakis. Still scoreless. 3 on the clock. Fires, high post, and the jumper is on the mark.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Larkin out there with Thompson. And it's Poirier in at the 5 spot. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Shoots the 3. And the basket by Smilagic. Smilagic has got 5 points so far.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
No one covering.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And a big-time jam right there.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Thompson from long range. That shot no good. He's covered by Thompson.
Hey, yo, right here.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Warog grabs the board.
Their first miss since the break. Still, I like how they've come out so far.
Larkin. Here's Smits. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Smits has got 5 points in the quarter. He's covered by Thompson. Here's the floater. Thompson with the rebound. This gives them the opportunity to get within 10. Here's Larkin. Thompson looking for an opening. And he trims the lead to single digits. Thompson's got his first 3 points of the game.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Tipped away. He's covered by Thompson.
2 minutes remaining in the
pass to Smilagic. Here's Nora. 1:49 left to play in the third. And here's Thompson. Second shot opportunity, and the shot goes in. Smits has got 14 points.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Brazdakis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brazdakis has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Mora can't get it to go. Thompson passes to Oturu.
Away team foul. Francisco. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Johnson. To the paint. It's stolen.
The defense had the pass well anticipated. They know the offense wants to get that ball inside.
There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. And he makes that one.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Johnson's got his first 2 points of the night.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Team foul. Shooting for the away team.
First one falls for.
Taking 2 shots.
Both good from the line that time. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Larkin looking it over. And the 3 off target.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Just 5 on the clock. Goes back up. The layup missed. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. They're up by 10. And 4.
It's the fourth quarter.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Thompson. Johnson is out there with Larkin. And it's Nuora in at the small forward. Thompson against Wallace. Sweet little floater.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Wallace has gone 2 of 3 from the field. Here's Nuora. And he comes up with the deuce.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Not enough room to get just like an easy layup.
They set the screen. Wallace, the pass to Servetus. Puts up a 3. And that one is off.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Johnson outside. Six to shoot. Unloads. No good on that one.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Buries the long-range jumper.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Here's Larkin. Servetus grabs the miss. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Dunston. He's guarded by Johnson. Pass to Servetus. 3-pointer. Rebound by Johnson. Here's Larkin. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Didn't get a 3 in the first half, and now he's on the board with his first triple of the game.
Wallace against Thompson. Taken away. Here's Yoru. And here comes the break.
Second personal foul, first team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
Servetus. 2 shots.
Good on both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And that one is good.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
He takes it in. Pass to Wallace. There's a screen. Over Thompson. Good D by Thompson.
I guess we can credit the defense for that one going wide. They did everything they could to influence the shot.
Here's Larkin. The second effort. It's taken away by Wallace. A steal. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. Larkin can't get it to go. Fires for three. Cranes the three-pointer. That's 7 points for Wallace.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Yoru, the pass to Thompson. Jacks up a three. He can't get it to go. Thompson's gone just 1 of 5 from the field. Oturu with the rebound. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Johnson for three. That one misses. Johnson's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Wide open. And he hits the jumper for 2.
They maintained focus all night and along the way put on quite a show.
The opposition had no answer for them. The way they attacked them relentlessly was so impressive, man. That was a good win.
Oturu's shot is off. Pass to Servetus. Takes the three. Good on the three-point shot.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Now here's Wallace. And so the road team gets the W in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shot.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Hi, folks. Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Berry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Offensive rebound. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Man, good whistle there.
The first one falls.
At the line for the away team, number 15.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's James. To the left side wing. Here's Yunus. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good. That one's no good. Here's Kalathis. Oh, they pick off the pass. To the paint. No good with a layup. In transition. And there's James from the arc. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition and no one's on you, great shot there.
Great open look there.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Yeah, no question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
Here's Kalathis from the arc. Smailagic grabs the board. Driving to the basket. And a nice finish on the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now, here is James. Can't cash it in from the high post.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Here's Yunus. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game play.
And that one good.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Here's Kalathis. The three. The shot won't fall. A 7-point spread. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. To the inside. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Inside, and he dunks it down.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Here's Yunus, and there's James from the arc. Smailagic grabs the board. To the paint. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
Here's Smailagic, still without a bucket. He's got his first, and they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
At the line for two. The play is under video review under NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Kalathis. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
No debate there. He got hammered.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Kalathis taking 2 shots.
Good on the second one. The visitors with the ball. They lead by 11. Here's the pick. Here's an 8-footer. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. 10 points for him.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
James outside. Down low. Misses the baby hook.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Here's Smilagic. The layup off target. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound. Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Korkmaz, no good. And a chance to add to the lead here.
Yeah, B.A., they should really stick with what they've been doing.
No good from the wing. The 3. Not going to go that time. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. They lead by 13. And we'll be back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And the shot's good. So it's the home team now. 15-point game. For 3, Diallo. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
To the wing, right side. Here's Servetus. Off target from outside.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Offensive board. Corneli. Pass to Diallo. From downtown. Pure from 3-point range. Diallo's got 6 here in the quarter.
That's one of the best 3-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Akobo, no good. Here we go. Wallace outside. Let's go with a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Wallace has got 5 now.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Here's Corneli. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
You just can't give up looks that close to the rim.
Now here's Wallace. He's got 5. Jacks up a three. He drops it from range.
You like how their perimeter game is building out. They're feeling it right now.
Watch by Wallace. Pass to Corley. Here's the three. Second chance effort. Nice touch on the bank shot.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Now here's Wallace. Lets it fly. And no good.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Shot clock at 5. It's hauled in by Akobo. Diallo outside. Lets it go from deep. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Wallace outside. 1:33 left in the first half. Driving in. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
A minute 6 left to play in the first half. They set the screen. Fires the three. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2.
Yeah, and they've taken their foot off the gas a little. They were much more aggressive to start the game and really getting their opponent in early foul trouble.
40 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Akobo. Shot clock at 6. Here's Corley. Three-pointer, no good. And here comes the break. Here's Servetus. No good on the triple.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
And he gets that one.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
The three is up. It doesn't go for him. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. They lead by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Well, look, I know this is going off topic, but during the first half, we were doing some dribbling drills. So Kenny, as the point guard here. And guys, let's see now about that closely contested first half for the visiting team. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. There's the screen. Pass to Smilagic. Here's Korkmaz. The three. Smilagic grabs the board. Smilagic's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's the break. Over to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Beats beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Korkmaz, good.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And the visitors call time here. The visitors with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Smilagic. Nails it from beyond the arc.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. And you got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
That's tipped. Here's Kalathis. Let's go with a three. Tipped. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. James outside.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss. 9 points in the game.
Francisco.
To the inside. Here's James on the wing. Three-pointer. He's off on that one.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
No good there. Ball stolen. Just 5 on the clock. For 3. That one is off. Three-pointer. They grab their own miss. Korkmaz, good.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Fires from deep. Here's the 3. Sinks the tray. And it's been tough going for their half-court offense.
Yeah, this defense is in their heads, anticipating their every move.
They get it back. Misses from close range.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
A great job to establish position and square up.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's a minute 59 left in the third quarter. Here's James. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
Many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Check by James. Fade away. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. He's got 5.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Smilagic. Soft touch off the glass. Smilagic got 5 points now in the quarter.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
For 3, James knocks down the long J.
Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 before the break. and that's his first 3 of this half.
Here's Smilagic. 6 points for him. And he banks in the layup. Smilagic got 8.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3-ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
And he just powered through contact, trying to complete the play.
That free throw misses.
Taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. 40 seconds left in the third. Now, here is James. He's covered closely. Pass to Korkmaz. Offline with a 3. Korkmaz is gone just 2 of 8 from the field. The 3-ball. To the right side. 6 to shoot. Out to the right wing. No good from outside. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Up 9. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's Akobo. Pass to Diallo. Puts up a 3. Akobo, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it. That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Corneli. Banked it in off the glass.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Corneli's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Wallace outside. No one near him. No luck on that one.
The defensive breakdown gives him a wide open look, but he can't take advantage.
Here's Akobo. Servidis with a rebound.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Here's Wallace. Offline with a 3. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Pass to Servidis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Trying to make up ground here.
And with plenty of time left, you want to play with urgency, but not desperation.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Good man. The defender really went after him.
He's off on the first.
To the home team. Corning. 2 shots.
And the second free throw is good. The importance of getting your second NBA contract is something players often cite. Brent, did you feel that way?
No doubt about it, B.A. I mean, it's a stamp of approval that you belong at this level. Of course, it gives you a lot of security for what you want to do for your family and for yourself. But, man, that's acknowledgement that all that hard work has paid off.
Akobo, no good.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there. Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
And stolen by Diallo. From the arc. He can't hit that time.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Launches it. That shot is off. This one for three. The shot, no good.
That's how you stay connected to a shooter. Was right in his jersey.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Servetus. From deep. On target from range. Servetus has got 5 points in the quarter.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let him get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a three of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Here's a Kobo. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
That one's off. And he's good on the second.
He's gonna be kicking himself all night. This isn't the time to be wasting opportunities.
Pass to Servetus. Now here's Wallace. Just 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Takes a 3. They get it again. Here's Servetus. From outside the arc. Knocks down the triple.
Their focus has been terrific. They really put on a clinic here today.
Yeah, the cool thing is that they look like they're having a blast out there. Everyone on the same page, contributions across the board.
Now here's Diallo. Pass to Akobo. Takes the 3. It's not going to go for him. Here's Servetus. Connects from downtown.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
It's Corley missing. Here's Servetus. The 3. The rebound by Diallo. Here's Akobo. He's off on the layup. Here's Servetus. And so the road team gets the W in this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that's...
action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Larkin. He's out there with Thompson. And it's Nuora in at small forward. Larkin, a three-pointer off the mark. Here's Korkmaz. And he can't jam it through. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Nice shot. shot by Thompson.
How about the feel and the awareness he had there, finding his teammate behind the defense on the break.
James outside, lets the three fly, and it's Smith with the rebound. Thompson passes to Poirier. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Smith's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
James lays it up off the glass.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Larkin. James covering. Larkin can't get it to go. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And the dunk by James.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom. You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Offensive rebound.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Now, here's Thompson. Guarded closely. Here's the three. Here's Poirier. And finally, they hit one.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to match.
Scooped up. Tries yet again. And the layup good by Brown.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Old team foul. Kaunas. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Pass to Nora. It's up a three. They get it back. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. Poirier, no good. On the wing, Brown. There's Korkmaz. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Here's Papagiannis. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
Here's Smits. And easy 2 points on the layup. Smits has got his second basket of the game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence. Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Larkin. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Shooting for the away team.
First free throw is good.
Larkin at the line for 2.
Larkin hits them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Here's Kaunas. He's covered by Thompson.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And he's good on the second. So it's the visitors now. There's the steal. Outside, James. And James throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball Fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And the first one drops.
For the away team, Thompson. 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the first. Kaunas kicks to James. Pass to Kaunas. Here's Papagiannis. To the right side. Launches it. And no good that time.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Here's Korkmaz. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Smits. Just 3 on the clock. And he sinks the layup. Smits has got 6.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
They've got Korkmaz. He's out there with Brown. And it's Kaunas in at point guard.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for James. To the inside, Brown. And then Brown with the dunk.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Brown out there with Korkmaz. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in at the 5. There's the triple. Here's Smits. Count that bucket. 8 points for him.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Here's Kaunas. James, the pass to Brown. From outside the arc. James misses. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Poirier. 9 feet out. Kicks it out to Bryant. 5 to shoot. The 3. Rebounded by Papagiannis. James outside. Beyond the arc. Poirier grabs the miss. Poirier's got 4 rebounds in this game. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Out to the right wing. Over to the wing. And stolen by Diallo. Cuts off the pass. Right wing. Down low. Here's Poirier. Here's Smits. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pushing it up. They grab their own miss. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul, second
on Sunday, then on Tuesday.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Here's Corniche. No good from outside.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees, so the experiment was a success.
A huge success, DA. Thank you.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Driving the lane. Corniche with the rebound. And they're pushing it up. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition. Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Bryant. That one falls. Bryant's got his first points in this one.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the basket by Corniche.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
34 seconds left in the first half. From deep, Bryant. Adebayo grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
2 points. That one goes. Smits has got 10.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
And the basket by Corniche.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
It'll count. And that one released in time, but no good. Clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. They lead by 7. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Look, you take a look at the home team, they're sort of stuck in this same range, right in the middle, here in the middle of the season.
Middling overall.
All right, looking back now at that first half, a bit of a hill to climb for the home team.
Poor execution for them offensively. Settling.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Korkmaz is out there with Brown. Then it's James. And it's Calathes in at the point. Thompson misses.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Thompson is out there with Larkin. And it's Smits in at the 4. And all month long, he's been fantastic, and now he's been named the Eastern Conference Player of the Month.
And he's been absolutely electric for his team. The way he's been able to finish plays and just take a hold of the offense at that off-guard spot is more than deserving of recognition.
Brown with the screen on Thompson. Calathes passes to Brown. Good. That's Calathes who picks up the assist. Calathes has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Thompson, and he lays it straight in. Thompson's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Inside, here's Poirier, and he banks in the layup. Poirier's got 6 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Count that one.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
And that one's good. Korkmaz.
And there aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Fabianas kicks to Korkmaz. Here's Calathes. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Out left to the wing. Pass to Larkin. Count it. Good. He's got 8.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Korkmaz passes to Calathes. A three-pointer, no good.
You have to be willing to pass in those situations. That was a low percentage shot. Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
James looking around. Off on the layup.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Smits passes to Poirier. Makes it off the glass. Poirier's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. LeBron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 through 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you. Korkmaz kicks to Papagiannis. Stripped it away. And they're moving it up. Here's Smits. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Calathes, and the layup's good off the glass. Calathes has got 8. 36 seconds left to play in the third. Calathes has gone 3 for 7 from the floor so far tonight. Here's Nora. And stolen by James. And here's the fast break. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more. From deep, James. Poirier grabs the miss.
Poirier's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
That free throw, no good.
At the line for the away team, Smith. 2 shots.
No good at the stripe this time. His second misses also. 2 on the clock. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. They're up by 7. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Brown. Korkmaz is out there with James. And it's Calathis in at the 1. Here's Poirier. And he drops it in from the low post.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Pass to Diallo.
Out of bounds. Away team ball.
So it's the visitors now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Smits. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Here's Poirier. Tries again. He's guarded by Diallo. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 3. And it's Smits missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Diallo's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Lays it up off the glass. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Takes it inside. That one goes. Count it.
Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Got a piece of it. And here's the break. Here's Cortez. And it's Smith with the rebound. To the paint. Here's Poirier. Sweet move. Basket good.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime? Much more effective here in the second half.
Second team foul.
And they're staring at a sizable deficit.
And still within reach, though, that they don't have to rush things.
Poked away to the inside. Out to the right wing. Here's a Kobo. From outside, off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The 3 from Bryant. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first. Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Monaco laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, that time he got the defense off balance with the well-timed pump fake. Nice work.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
To the middle. High post, Bryant. Fires for 3. Here's Poirier. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mona Eunice.
Goes to the away team.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting.
For the away team, Smith taking 2 shots. The play is under video review.
Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. Now he's encouraging them to keep attacking in the paint. He said, when we get inside, we score. Simple as that. Keep attacking and don't settle for anything that's not at the rim. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. He hits the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. He hits both from the stripe. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
Bryant can't get it to go.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Second chance shot. The offensive rebound. James defending. Shot clock at 5. This one for 3. Bryant's shot is off. Here's a Kobo. Kept alive. Pass to Korkmaz. Here's Diallo, and it's blocked. And he stays with it. Here's a Kobo. Here's Korkmaz. No good on the triple. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Right at the free throw line. And the ball goes out of play, unable to keep it in. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David